Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Luxury Live Show. It's good to see everyone here. I've got with me my co host, Fashionably Amy. Hi, babe. Okay, so we have a really special 2 weeks. As you know, you saw our thumbnail. It is our 1 year anniversary.
Already, oh my gosh.
Already. Oh my goodness. So we had a topic. We are going to talk about a topic, of course, our top 5 luxury purchases for 2021. But before we get into that, we wanted to do a little celebration. So if you're new, let me just do some administration. If you are new to this luxury live show, we do this every week on both our channels. So this week's on my channel, next week is on Amy's channel. So make sure you subscribe to both of us. And on this live stream, we talk about everything to do with luxury. Lots of handbags, a lot of chatter. It's an amazing community with the Luxees. So yeah, we'll hope you join us for another year. Okay, I'm gonna just pop into some slides. We're gonna talk about something really special for our Luxees. And hi everybody.
And just
I see all the comments.
Just to clarify, it's our 1 year anniversary of our this show, basically the joint live stream. Because Kat did live stream before individually, and then I did some live stream. But then since we joined, so it's been our 1 year anniversary now. I think it's like tomorrow is like the official.
It's tomorrow, yeah, 27. Wow. Because we started in March, April doing the individual, and then what we noticed was everybody was like trying to follow both of us. And there were, the Luxees, the community was like, hey, we see the same people. And then we decided, you know what? I think we should just do a joint. And it's been amazing. So I'm going to share a few slides. Just give me a second. All right. So yes, thank you for 1 year. Thank you for your support. I think if it wasn't because of this community with all of you just commenting, chatting, sharing our live show, we wouldn't have lasted a whole year.
I guess the pandemic helped a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. So we're celebrating.
Stay home.
Yeah. So we're celebrating on both channels. So this week on my channel, and then we have another celebration on Amy's channel as well. So it's a 2-week surprise. So make sure you subscribe to Amy and watch the live show next week as well. Okay, so we got some giveaways, which is of course always great. We spoke with some of our partners, and one of it is Mavery. So you can see the two gorgeous ladies at the side there, Jody and Stella. They are the founders of this amazing jewelry company. And you know what's amazing? This was founded during the pandemic. So can you imagine how difficult it is to start a business during the pandemic with logistics, with everything? And they really did really well. They've got amazing jewelry. So we're partnering them for this 2-week-long giveaway. So for this week, we actually we got them. They said, you know what, let's do a discount site-wide. So they've got a special code for us for the Luxury Live Show, 15% off discount site-wide. I'll, of course, leave the link to their website in the description afterwards as well.
And also, you want to mention that Stella is one of our Luxees as well. She watches our live show all the time, so she's a big supporter of this live show.
Yes. She's our post-live audience. She'll be like, I'm watching your live while I'm having coffee, doing my housework.
Yeah, it's actually her that reminded us that we have our 1 year that was coming up, and we're like, oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. She messaged me and she's like, this popped out. I'm like, oh my goodness, is it 1 year? Wow. And we just got everything together. So yeah, definitely support Mavery. Amazing small business. They're based in the UK, but I believe they ship worldwide. Okay, so for this week on my channel, we have 2 giveaways. The first is, of course, our partner. So I've been partnering Anna Louisa for a few years, Amy as well, and one lucky winner is going to receive a jewelry piece of their choosing, right? So you can pick any piece on their website. I'll come to that. So yeah, let's go another one.
Yeah, we'll let you know how it ends later.
And Amy is a partner with Samorga, and Samorga is going to also give anything on their website, right?
Yeah, any one item of your choice. So we'll have 2 winners today. How are you gonna do it? Are you gonna choose like the first winner to choose whether they want Samorga or Ana Luisa, and then the second winner will just get the
we'll find out
choice?
next week on Amy's channel. So the winners will be announced next week on Amy's channel. And it's only, okay, listen, this is only for the Luxees on the live show, meaning the actual live audience. So if you're watching this after the live show, join us on Amy's channel next week, because the post-live audience, you'll get one on Amy's channel. So this is for the 2-hour live only. And how do you join? Can you guys just whip out your phones? If you're watching on a phone, don't worry. If you're watching on your phone, don't worry. There is a link in the description section right now. You can click the link and you just got to fill up your name and your email. You can scan this, also fill up your name, your email, and we're going to collect all these entries for these 2 hours. So it's actually a really good chance to win, okay? Because you are our Luxees for 2 hours. But then the post live is going to say, what? That's so unfair. No, that's on Amy's channel. So the next set of giveaways, we're going to have more partners. And yeah, join us then. Okay, so I'm going to pop this QR code every like 15, 20 minutes. So those that come in late, you can definitely join in as well, yeah? All right, enough with that. Let me just come back.
So yeah, those of you who are here live, this is like during the 2-hour session. Anytime during the 2-hour, you can enter. But after that, it's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
But then next week for the post live audience, because we know some people cannot watch during the live, then on next week you'll be able to enter on my channel.
Yeah, we're fair. we know Stella's like, I can only watch it after.
It's true.
All right. Okay, so just a bit of let me just start with this one first. Okay, we're gonna get into the show and tell, I guess. Bit of eye candy. I'm gonna let Amy start, but if you have any questions, because I guess that's the best part of the live stream, right? If you have questions, we are on a different platform, so put a bunch of question marks in front of your question so that I can see it and I can pull it to the front of the screen, and we will take your questions right after this little show and tell of our top 5 best luxury purchases to date.
Yes,
we did quite a little bit. All right, Amy, why don't you go first?
Okay, you want me to do all 5, or do you want to alternate between me and you?
You do all 5.
Okay, sure. I'm wearing one of them. Yeah, so one of my top purchases of this year, I had to like look up all my own photos and my own videos to see what did I buy this year. I mainly bought Hermes this year. I mean, a few Chanels, but mainly Hermes. So I actually have a lot of Hermes eye candy to show. But yes, I'm definitely already wearing my 90 by 90 centimeter silk scarf. A lot of people that saw my other videos when I was wearing this didn't know the size. It's the 90 by 90 centimeter. And yeah, I'm just wearing it as a top today. It's so hot this weekend. We're having a heat wave. It's gonna be like in the high 30s. And today as I was getting ready, I was already sweating as I was getting ready. So like my makeup was already melting. But yeah, so it's perfect time to wear your scarves as a top. I think for me, I'm definitely gonna be adding more. This is my only one for now, but it's just so easy to use in the winter as an actual scarf. But in the summer, you just kind of tie it, you kind of like bareback. I'm just wearing my jeans to short jeans to kind of like tuck it in the front, but it's so easy and it's so airy and it's like so breathable. I feel like it's hot, but like at least I feel like my back is breathing.
It's really nice. Like I think after that video that you posted with this scarf, a lot of people like, including myself, I'm like, oh my gosh,
I know. I have to. I have to. I should. I have to do the video where I show you my favorite ways to style, because there are videos out there. Like Isabel also had a video where she showed different ways of styling this scarf. But I'll show you my favorite ways, and obviously this is one of my favorite way. But yeah. So this is number one. Number two. Well, actually, it's not really in the order of, but yeah, top two would be, has to be my fine jewelry. This bracelet is, I have to say, it's the best purchase of the year, like hands down, even better than the scarf, because this is on me 24/7. And so I got this like in April, I think. And I admit for the first few weeks, I was still kind of babying it, like trying not to knock my arms anywhere. And then I even, like, for the first couple of weeks, I even took it out before I go into the shower. But now I don't care. I take shower with it. I do everything with it. It's literally 24/7. And it's such a great piece. Like now I don't even mind knocking around. Like I don't go, I know it's on my arm, but like I'm not as careful anymore. And it doesn't matter because like Kat was saying, like the patina, it just kind of blends in after a while. Cause like after a while you just get a few of them, they kind of all blend in. Of course, your first scratch is going to be like the most obvious because everywhere else is so shiny. So that one scratch is like way more obvious. But now it still looks shiny, but it looks like it's mine, you know, it's worn in.
Yeah.
It's literally the best investment piece, or the best sort of personal piece ever, because this will stay with me forever for the rest of my life. And I feel like whatever else that I sold this year to get this was worth it. Or even if you had to like use your savings to buy it, it was totally worth it, because compared to a bag, and I love my bags, but compared to a bag, you can't wear your bags 24/7. Jewelry, you can, and especially this piece. But of course, I also like my rings and stuff like that. But like this piece is literally 24/7. So
yeah,
you love
once you start the fine jewelry, it's really like, then you realize like, whoa, cost per wear is amazing. But again, like I think because it's a bracelet and it's a bit inconvenient to take out, it's something that you just say, you know, I'm going to wear it, and then you sort of just let it be part of your arm. Maybe with some other like necklaces, you tend to change a little bit more, but with this, it's like there all the time, and you go, oh my god, what a great cost per wear.
Yeah, especially bracelets, because even my rings, I don't wear them as much, even though I do wear my rings often. But the bracelet is really the whole time, like the rest of your life, you'll have it on your arm. It's literally the best investment. And I know there's like a price increase coming up, but I feel like even with the price increase, it's still worth it.
We'll talk about that price increase. We'll talk about that.
Oh my gosh, so many price increases coming up. Chanel, Cartier. Okay, number 3, or next one. This hat. I love this hat. So this is my Hermes hat, and it's kind of like in a scuba material. It's black color. It's really simple actually, and it has a little bit of blue and black elastic in the back. I love this. It's your best friend for days where your hair is messy, which is like every day for me. But like especially on a day where I just couldn't care less, but I still want to look put together. It's so easy. I put this hat on and I can go out. Like obviously I'm not putting it all the way because I have my ponytail, but okay, there. It's so easy. Like I just put this hat on and I'm out the door, and I don't have to care if my hair looks good, flat, oily, whatever. Wow. This hat is so good. And I've been on the hunt for a luxury hat for a long time. I'm still looking at the Chanel ones, even from the reseller site, but my head is pretty small. So like I have to get the size small. Everyone who's been reselling the Chanel ones is like size medium, so I can't even buy them. But yeah, I'm so glad I got this one, and I want to add more because I need more for like the winter as well. This one is maybe fall, like a scuba material. It's not too hot. It's not too cooling or anything. It's just kind of in between. It's so worth it. It's like so cool too.
Don't you get hat hair? Like
No, because I'm not like I'm not always wearing a hat. It's more like when I need to just step out of the door and I don't want to show my hair and I just need to run errands and then I come home. Like it's already on days that I have like no hair, like no, like not no hair, but like on days that I already have like flattened hair and I really don't want to like style it or wash it or anything. You're just being lazy basically at that point. Just throw on a hat. Yeah. So
Love it.
yeah, so that's number 3. And up next, I have more Hermes. I feel like it's all Hermes and Cartier.
After this live, I must remember because I'm writing down all your items so that I can link them down below your videos so that I'm like, okay, there's a blanket.
Yes. Okay. So I had to show this blanket because I know it's not going to be useful for everyone, especially for Kat, where she lives is like so hot all year round. So it's impossible to
I should show
use
you what I'm wearing. I'm like wearing
cashmere
tights
blanket.
because it's
But
so
I love
hot.
this because, I mean, obviously it's so hot right now, so I'm not using it. But like basically 3/4 of the year, I'm using this because it's so, I don't know, it's just so pretty to look at, first of all. And second of all, it's pretty soft. And yes, it does wear and tear, it does pill. But if you think about it, like you buy ready to wear, like a t-shirt, it's like $1,000. And this is like basically double that, but you get so much more use out of it in a sense. Like you're actually using it every day at home. So it's just a luxury to use at home because, you know, the clothes, you're wearing it out, the bags, you're wearing it out. It's only when you go out. But when you're at home, you can also have some luxury at home. So yeah.
Awesome.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when the website has other colors, I'm like so tempted to add another one, but I'm no. I gotta wait till this one is worn out, then I'll add another one later to replace it. But yeah, these are so addictive. Like these things, they're well made and they just add a bit of happiness to your everyday life. And last but not least, which I will not show, but you guys will just have to wait for it. I'm being tricky, I know. I bought something from Chanel. The only tip or clue I'm gonna give you is that it's a unicorn. That's probably one of my best purchases of the year. And I know it seems like it's early to tell, but I kind of secretly started using it already. But yeah, stay tuned. It'll be part of my birthday. Like I kind of just like, I'm treating it as like, you know, I'm treating myself for my birthday. My birthday is coming up next month. So you guys will just have to wait.
Everybody's like, what is that? Everybody
I know.
Thank you. Awesome. Wonderful. I think, you know, it's half the year. And when we were talking about the topic for this year, we said, you know, it's half the year.
I know.
And
it's crazy, huh? July already.
It's July already. So we thought, yeah, why don't we talk about like some of the good things that we've bought? And I'm going to share mine, but just to let you know, we're going to continue this topic next week on Amy's channel, and we're going to do it differently. So it's going to be the things that we are sort of like, things that we bought so far that we're not saying it's no good. It's sort of still, the jury is out on that. So yeah, follow us for the part 2 of this. So I'm going to go, let's do the one on my hand since Amy did that. So one of my best purchases this year, surprisingly for me, because I think this was one that I liked, but I wasn't sure of. And I think I know why I like it. Like, I really feel like it's a good purchase. My Cartier stack is, I wear this all the time. This is like, of course, forever, ever best purchase. But this is, it's my dainty purchase. Something that I don't wear all the time, but I know when I don't want to wear my chunky watches, I want something on my hand. This is like my pretty bracelet. And I realize why people begin to like this. It grows on you. When I first wore it, I'm like, oh, I always compared it to my Cartier. I'm like, it's not as heavy, it's not as, substantial, but it's made like that. And it's the daintiness and the less substantialness of it that makes it so pretty and kind of elegant. So yeah, it's definitely something that grew on me like over the past few months. Every time I wear it and I'm walking, I'm like, oh, you're kind of pretty. So yeah, one of my best purchases. This is the Hermes CDC Rose Gold.
Yeah. I actually really love that it drapes a little further, and it's your single bracelet. It
Yeah, it's
really
my
like it shines on its own. It's just like something that you're like, oh, you want to like see it up close because you kind of notice it from afar. Yeah, it's super special.
I wouldn't stack it with this. When I stack it with this, it just feels like it's with it's like with a bunch of brothers and gangsters. Whereas this is just like, leave me alone. I want to be on my own. I'm too dainty for that. So so that's my first item. I think I'm gonna go small to big. Yeah. Oh no, maybe let's just do this one. All right. This is to me very expensive because it's not like my luxury bags or my jewelry, but this is actually stepping out of my comfort zone. It's my luxury perfume, and I think I know why I feel like this is a good luxury, one of my top luxury purchases for 2021. It's my Baccarat Rouge 540. This thing is so freaking expensive. It's how much was it? It was like $300 or $400. I can't remember now. I don't even want to remember. Let's just forget the number. But for a perfume, it is very expensive, and it's only like a 30 mil or what 50 mil, so little. And the price is one thing, but it's the smell that caught me off guard. I am not a sweet perfume kind of person. If you asked me this maybe a year or two ago, I would gag. I would be like, oh my God, what is happening? But there's something about the perfume, maybe the essential oils that they use, that the sweetness, I really like it. It has transformed the way I smell things. I'm like, oh, so interesting, so different. But I always say that I'm still very, very new to luxury perfumes, like these kind of high-end niche perfumes. So my very untrained nose still cannot take a lot of it, but I'm starting to appreciate it. So it's a little bit like fine jewelry. I'm starting to appreciate luxury niche perfumes a bit more. So definitely something that I've discovered this year and one of my top luxury purchases for 2021.
I have to go find this and smell it. I won't buy it because like we don't wear perfume in this household, but I'm just curious, what is this smell that Kat talks about?
Yeah, the funny thing is, every time I smell it, like again, I'm like, I'm not sure why I like it. I put it down again, but then it lingers in my head. I'm like, it's like candy. I want to smell it again. I'm like, I'm not sure. It's not smelly, but it's one of those smells that you just want to go like, let me just take a sip. I can't put my finger on it. But again, Amy, because you don't take perfumes, right? No. You will get a headache. Like,
oh really? Okay.
It took me a while to get used to this, but it's such a mysterious, sweet perfume. Anyway, okay, so that's one. That's my number two. Number three, I'm gonna pick these up. Ugh. They are my Hermes Legend shoes. I don't wear heels anymore because of my bad knee, but I was so surprised that when I wore these, they look so good on my feet. My feet look like, oh, and even with this heel, this is I think it's 6 or 7 centimeters. It was surprisingly comfortable. I could actually wear I could wear these for a few hours and I didn't feel like I needed to rip them off my feet and throw them somewhere across the room because, yeah, they were so comfy. They're so good that I actually bought two. I've only worn the brown one so far because, well, I think right after this, maybe like a couple of weeks later, Singapore went down into lockdown again, like a mini lockdown. So I haven't been using it. The reason I bought it, I was thinking, let's wear something nice for work. But they look so good with jeans. They look so good with shirts. Of course, great looking pair of shoes for work. So yeah, another surprising purchase that I really like that I got this year.
I really love those shoes actually. Compared to, I know everyone is more into the Oran, the flat ones, but if you ask me and if I had the choice, I would always go with a little bit of heel because it just elongates your legs. It makes you look super snatched.
Yeah.
And it just looks good with everything. Pants, your
Dresses.
skirts, your shorts, everything. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna show my last. No, I've got two more. One is a bag, which I'll talk about after this. But of course, I have to. This is actually bought this year, right? Early first week of January.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
So this is actually 2021. 11th of January. So has to be, right? It has to be because this thing costs an arm and a leg and the other arm. I got my dream combination. And yeah, I don't know. I'm telling myself not to get so many black bags, but every time I look at this black bag, I think this has sort of completed my black bag collection. Maybe that's why I'm feeling like, what other black bags do I need anymore? So
I love I don't know. I just love a good black tote. And I don't know, there's just nothing more classic than a black Birkin. Honestly, there isn't. It's so beautiful. Even though I have all these color choices that I gave my essay, secretly, I really don't mind a black one. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the black bag. I think if I guess if your collection like mine, I've got so many black bags, I sort of sometimes feel like, oh my gosh, I don't really want a black bag anymore. But once you have that black bag, you kind of know like, okay, it's one of those bags that goes with everything. You don't have to think too much about it, don't have to match. And you can actually dress it up with that twirlies and colors, and which is why maybe bag charms are so popular with black bags, because they add a little something to the bag. So this is number 4 best purchase. And number 5, I don't have it with me, and it is my Chanel caramel bag.
Oh yeah,
I got that in I think it was February. I don't have it with me because it's at home. So I'll just link the video down below where I managed to grab literally grab the 21p mini rectangular Chanel mini Chanel caramel color. I think it's called the brown. Oh my gosh, that was my very first chase for a mini rectangular. I have never experienced my heart beating as I walked and ran to the shop to get the bag. And I've never experienced where the essay actually said, come. I'm like holding a white box, and she's like, come. What's going on? Takes me to a corner upstairs and opens it up like a Birkin. She's like, and I'm like, why do it upstairs? She's like, we cannot do it downstairs because every single person since launch date was just coming to the store. Do you have the caramel bag? Do you have the white bag? Do you have the caramel? And she's like, you cannot open it downstairs. You cannot. Yeah, so that was pretty exciting. So definitely a purchase to remember.
Yeah, because it's such a unicorn color. I know Chanel always does a unicorn color every season, but Brown especially is so rare. And like a nice shade of brown is so rare. I feel like they always do a lot of pinks. Um, Even burgundy is quite frequent now. But yeah, a nice shade of brown, tan color like this is hard to come by. That's
Yeah.
why, yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so thank you, Amy, and we hope you enjoyed it. I wanted to show one more bag, but that will be number 6, and that's actually this little green
Yeah, this
guy.
is a good one
But
too.
since it's quite new, maybe we'll do like a top at the end of the year, right? So this might appear
Mm.
again, but I'll link it down below if you haven't seen that reveal. And yeah, before I start and open up the chat, let me show the QR code again.
Yes.
So if you just came in, scan this QR code, check the description down below, because we have a form where you fill up your name and your email just for the 2-hour luxury Luxees. We have 2 giveaways, one from Anna Luisa, one from Samorga, and we have 60 over responses already. So yeah,
nice.
scan it. If you can't scan it, you're having trouble, or you're using your phone, click the link below. These 2 things are going to disappear. The link is going to disappear. The form is not going to be available for the post live. But post live, please watch us next week on Amy's channel, because the giveaway will be available next week for you. Okay. Sneaky. So my alarm ring like, oh, QR code. Okay. All right. So
Yes,
while
it's
I look
exclusive
for
to
it-
our live audience. I mean, we appreciate both live and post live, but obviously the live audience is extra special too, because super interactive. It really makes this live chat as well.
Yes. So remember, put a bunch of question marks. And I see, okay, I'll see a comment first. Okay, Latara, I feel that Amy's Hermes journey has helped with her desire to declutter when she did her vlog sale. Yeah, I think so. I do agree. Like,
It
helped
really
you.
did. It's not that I didn't like to declutter before. I always loved the idea of just feeling super super peaceful with everything. And I don't know if there's bag piece ever, but we strive to get there. And especially with the Hermes journey, you just have to, because I don't got that much extra money to spend at Hermes, even though now I'm a true fan of their items and I will always be forever a customer of theirs. I will always be shopping there. But yeah, it definitely makes you narrow down and also, like we explained before, during the pandemic, it really kind of made you realize what's more important, really, right? On your day-to-day basis, do you really need all these bags, or do you really need all these clothes? No. But obviously no one's going to say no to having that the newest trendiest thing, right? But to be able to cut it down and to really narrow it down to the truly quality over quantity is a great feeling. So definitely,
Yeah, awesome. Yes, I got this comment. Liked, yes, like this video, like this live stream. Don't forget, you can always go out, click it, always, and it'll definitely help us. Okay, Nadine, my essay in Hermes Honolulu said they are only making offers to locals for dream bags since pandemic, not tourists. Is that true for where you live now?
I think it's always been true here, because we only have the one store, and it's not like, I think we don't get a ton of stock, so I don't know if they'll ever even be able to, because we can't even let locals get 2 bags per year, so they wouldn't give it to the tourists for sure, I think. Which is also why someone mentioned that during our last live, but it's true because I heard it from people who are really knowledgeable, who are local here, that said they will only start offering you after being a consistent loyal client after 6 months. So it means that you have to be local, right?
I think in Singapore, it could be 50-50. With the pandemic now, of course, it's definitely for the locals because we don't have many tourists coming in. But I think because we have 3 outlets, we have 3 Hermes.
Right.
Is it 3? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. And 2 of them are in a very high touristy area. So Marina Bay Sands, there is a huge casino there.
Right.
jackpot, and then you can always get a couple of bags. Then there's one in Takashimaya, so a lot of tourists go there as well during pre-pandemic. So I do think that it could be a mix. It could be. And there is another one where it's a little bit more inconvenient for tourists to go. So maybe that one would be more frequented by locals. So for us, I feel that it is probably a 50-50. But right now, it's definitely it's all locals.
Because no one's traveling, right?
Yeah. So I'm pouring in the money to Hermes. Okay, Brianna Lee. Thoughts on the new micro Dior bag? And congratulations on 1 year. Thank you. What are you going to go first? What are your thoughts? You have the mini. Right?
I have the mini, like the
now.
real mini, not the micro. Thoughts, extremely cute, but also extremely expensive because I was just curious. I checked out the price, and now they actually have Canadian prices online. Before they didn't. And pretty sure that the price of the micro is only $200 difference from when I bought mine. What? Obviously, mine has increased in price by now. It's well over the $5,000 mark plus taxes. But it's still insane that the micro, what does it fit in the micro? I wonder, like, fits maybe cars, your lipstick, and AirPods. What else can it fit? Honestly, I don't know. Because even my mini is already small enough to begin with, okay? Like my mini, I struggle to get my phone in and out of it.
I think that's what went through everybody's head. So they actually did a video, like a little montage of their own people just, fitting all kinds of weird things inside, symbols, pens, papers. And it seems as if it can fit a lot and they could close it. But yeah, no.
But in real life, do you bring pens and little trinkets like that?
Yeah.
Or do you actually need your card, your license, your car keys, your home keys, your phone, right?
I don't know if they're a little bit too late on the micro trend.
I know. I feel that way. Yeah.
We've been on this micro trend for easily almost coming up to 2 years. I don't know when did Jacquemus come up with their micro bag, but yeah, definitely that was the peak. Then everybody started to come up with smaller bags, and then now it's there are some with the Fendi and all. LV had all theirs, and now Dior. So it just feels like a bit tired of the micro bags.
But I'll be the first to tell you that I don't mind them because like. The reason why I'm not as crazy about the Dior ones is really because of the price. Because honestly, we all love a novelty item, right? It's cute. I'll buy the Chanel one, like the current Chanel season where they have the small one with the little handle, like the really tiny one. But the price is still reasonable. Honestly, I'm speaking honestly from like comparing what you get, which is, very similar. You're probably just going to fit your card and your lipstick type of thing. Because both of these are around the same size, but the Dior one is like $1,000 more. So it just didn't seem like it made sense to me because at that price range, I'd rather you save up a little longer and buy the proper bag, right?
Yeah, get the mini. Okay, don't get the micro, get the mini. It's small. But I think if I had to choose between the micro Dior Lady Dior, and they had the micro Montaigne, and they had a micro saddle. If I had to pick among the three, I would go with the Lady Dior. I think that was just, it just seems like an iconic micro bag. All right, not another salad. Do you prefer Hermes 90 silk or 140 cashmere scarf?
That's a great question. I'll be frank, like the 140, I did use it, but I feel like with the 90, and it's not saying that I don't like the 140. I feel like the 140 is great to really just drape around, and it's so big that you can like actually use it as your shawl, like in an office or whatever. With this, you can't, right? It's not as big. But with this, what I like about it is that it's really an all year round item because, like I said, use it as a top in the summer if you want to, or you can also wear it as like a little tube top, right? You don't have to cover your neck like me. What I like is that this one is super portable and all year round. Portable because it's so small that you can just fold it and put it in your handbag. Yes, I can fold the 140, but it actually is quite bulky, right? If you were wearing a mini bag that day, you can't really put it in your bag. So I feel like this is a little bit more versatile, but that is not to say that the 140 is not useful, because that one is just, yeah, it just depends on your lifestyle. But if you had to start with one and you had to pick, I would choose this one because price wise is really affordable for luxury. Like it's pretty much entry level luxury, right? A few $100s, you can get yourself a nice luxury scarf, and it's really good quality, the Hermes ones. And if you don't really need a big scarf and you actually don't like the idea of being so bulky up top here, because sometimes I have to say, like, it even weighs down on my neck in the winter. Sometimes when I wear my big scarves, I get a bit of a neck pain, because it's like so much on your neck. Obviously you have to keep warm, but like even this, you can just like roll it around, tie it, and then it keeps your neck warm, right? Not the same way as a big scarf would, but it still does. It becomes part of your outfit. Yeah. So I would go with this first. And honestly, it's hard to stop at one. Once you start buying them, you're probably gonna buy more of either sizes. Yeah.
Great answer. I don't know. I hopefully when I get a 90s 90 by 90 scarf, I can help to answer that. Okay, Glacy. Amy, I was able to purchase my first classic flat medium size before the massive price increase in the 21A burgundy because my pop-up color is red. Sorry, Kat.
Yes.
Congrats.
Congratulations. 21A has such beautiful colors. The burgundy is beautiful. Their beige, which is kind of more pinkish, is beautiful. Their gray obviously is beautiful. Even the green, although the green doesn't come in caviar, I think, for this season. It only comes in lambskin. But that green is kind of like the Bottega bag that Kat just bought. It's a beautiful shade of green. It's so pretty. Congratulations. I know the price increase. I wonder, how much is it going up worldwide? Like everyone is saying at least 10 to 12% online on Instagram.
So much.
It's crazy. And it's only going up in the classics. Classic flaps, boy bag, Chanel 19. Is the Gabrielle going up too? I don't know.
I don't think so. I didn't see many people talk about it, but yeah, good, because then it will be the same price as an Hermes Birkin, and people can stop making fun of the Birkin being expensive.
But the Birkin's not that easy to get, so
yeah. Sooner or later, everybody like, we'll see what happens.
I want my Birkin, but I still don't have it.
Okay, Nadine, I live in Hawaii and bought the baby Avalon blanket in brown. It's $970 and perfect for plain since I'm only 5 feet. Ooh, the baby blanket. I didn't even think about that.
Actually, I know it's super popular because it's half the price of the regular. So It's actually really popular. And it's not that small, actually. I was thinking of buying this maybe for because my brother's having a second baby, and oh, should I have said that? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Okay, too late. But anyway, so I was thinking of buying that, but it's always sold out. It's always sold out. Super popular. Even the regular size is popular. It's always sold out.
Maybe that's why, because the adults are buying it.
Yeah. I know. And the brown color is basically the neutral color, right? Because it comes in pink and comes in blue. And those ones are not as neutral, right? Those are really like for kids, for baby, for the sex of the baby, right? The brown is really the most neutral color. So yeah, good one.
Yeah, good purchase. Okay, Joe overjoyed. Chanel has been releasing their financial results even though they are a private company. Do you think they are going to list soon? Will you buy their shares? I can't wait to be a shareholder.
Oh,
I would buy their shares, but it'll probably cost a bomb. Like
I know.
let me see. How much is Hermes's shares? Like 1,000 euros per share or something. It's
I
a
don't
lot.
even know.
It's a lot. They're so crazy high. Maybe, that's how they like sort of like entice the market. Like, ooh, we're really very profitable. Hello. Nah. And maybe with all these price increases, they're trying to increase their revenue, right? So then people say, wow, it's 20 times to the revenue, then it's some kind of valuation.
But
Anyway.
they also say if you don't, because like I'm not a stock market guru, not even close.
No, me
But they
too.
say if you want to like buy shares to buy companies that you already support because you already are confident about them, you already like their products. So yeah, Chanel, Hermes.
I should buy some Hermes shares. I don't. Okay, I don't. I can't afford their shares. It's just like, what? Crazy. Crazy.
I obviously am not either because I didn't even know.
I didn't even know they were listed actually. Okay. Jojo, I was talking about my perfume. Okay. I need to grab the Baccarat Rouge 540 Extra. I've tried both and love it. You need to test it out. Okay. The tip of my toe is near the ocean of niche perfumes because apparently there is a universe of niche perfumes that is amazing. But I don't wear perfumes a lot anyway, so I buy a little bit, just test, and I'm like, okay, thank you.
It lasts
little bit like
forever
handbag.
anyway.
Oh yeah, they last forever. This is gonna last me until I'm like 60. Okay, Faye, Canada Amy, have you seen the light brown from Chanel 21A? It's not orangey in actual, okay? It is pretty in real life. The photos do not do it justice. What are your thoughts? I haven't seen it.
So I have not seen it in person, but I do agree that it doesn't look orangey. I think I've looked at enough pictures just from everywhere, from Purse Forum, from Instagram, from people sending me pictures. And so I can tell just from pictures, obviously I haven't seen it in person, that it's actually a really good brown. So I guess this is the only time I've seen Chanel do kind of like a tan color. It's obviously different tones of tan 2 seasons in a row. Oh no, actually, is it 2 seasons in a row? No, yours was 21p.
Mine's 21p.
Yeah, so in a same year, I guess, doing some sort of really pretty brown color, and I actually really like it. I really like it. A lot of people compare the current season's brown to the gold color from Hermes.
Oh, that brown. Okay, I was wondering which brown. Oh, you mean the pumpkin spice? Everybody's calling it pumpkin spice. Ah, I saw some pictures. It doesn't look orangey. Oh, okay. It looks really orangey on pictures.
Were afraid that it looked too orangey when they were still sort of speculating about this collection. But now that it's all out and everyone has pictures online, it's actually really pretty. Do you need another brown bag?
No, I can't do any more bags. I'm at my 20 quota mark, I'm like, I God.
That's true. Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty too.
I have to
Okay.
say, like, if I was into more warm tone color things, because I'm usually pretty
Ooh.
neutral or cool tone, everything that I buy. So, but if I was more into warm tone and really like tan color stuff and beige color stuff, I would have snatched that brown from this season. It's really nice.
Okay, hi MK. MK is here. He's awake. Yes, the legend was your recommendation. He's like, get the legends. That's good. Okay, I'll go try it out. Yes, they're really comfy. Thank you for the recommendation. Okay, my alarm rang, so let's have a really quick show of the QR code again.
Yes.
If you just came in, we'll do a really quick one. Scan the QR code. There are 2 giveaways, one from Ana Luisa, one from Samorga. It is only for our 2-hour Luxees on this live chat. And we have, I think, we are nearing 100 entries.
Nice.
So, but it's still a really good chance, okay? Because
Yeah.
it is only for these 2 hours. So put your entry in, and then next week we will let you know on Amy's channel who has won. Okay. It's like intermission.
I know. It's kind of fun. Maybe next week we'll have to like put a song or something. Music.
Okay, Virginia, ladies, I'm very tempted to buy a K25 or a B25 from Consignment Store, pay extra, because I don't want to go through the H journey, but I don't have many occasions to wear them, and they are so expensive. Thoughts?
Occasions, yeah, I don't have any occasions to wear them. But you're very tempted to buy it, so it shows that you obviously love the bag enough to be considering consignment and to pay a premium. Obviously, you would have to pay a premium anyway if you buy it from consignment or even from the store, because you would just have to do the pre-spending. I feel like how should I say? I feel like I don't know for sure because I don't have it, but I feel like when I get my offer, obviously I'll have that honeymoon phase at the beginning where I kind of like I'm just gonna be like appreciating it and looking at it, but eventually I feel like I would just use it. Even if I'm just running a quick errand, like I'll just make a point to use it, because at the end of the day, yes, there aren't that many occasions, to be honest, like because I'm not a real socialite, right? I don't really go out every day and dress up and all that stuff. So in the end, I'll just use it whenever I feel like it's okay to use, as long as I'm not going to like dirty places. Dirty meaning like just not safe and all that stuff. Then it's okay to use. So I feel like you will use it, and that you'll make more occasions to use it, even if it's for a short little while. It doesn't have to be like a whole day or for a special occasion. I feel like you'll end up like you might have that honeymoon phase at the beginning, but you'll end up kind of just you'll just use your bag type of attitude. I don't know. Maybe Kat can tell you how she feels.
Yeah. Okay, so consignment or the journey. So this morning, Clara sent me a picture of my dream combination. Jean Ombre. Is it Ombre or Amber? John Amber.
It should be ombre.
Okay, John Basically, it's the yellow in a K25, and it was from a consignment store, and it was selling just slightly, maybe like, 7,000 more at the reseller, and it was new condition. So if I had to buy it at the store, I would have to spend a lot more to be offered. So it's still a lot of money, right? Because you're paying that for nothing. But if you don't want, like if I wasn't in that in this exploratory phase for Hermes, I would actually consider getting it from the resale market, as long as I can trust the reseller. And even though that is that premium, but compared to what I would have spent, right? I think it's possible that would be something that I will go for. In terms of occasions, I think I agree with what Amy said. I make occasions. I use my Birkin anytime I want to go out. When I go shopping, even though it's an hour, I will say, you know what, let's just take it out. And I try to find occasions to use it because, again, I just like Amy, I'm not a socialite. I don't go shopping every single day or go for tea or whatever. I just don't. I work. So when I have like my weekend, like today, I'm thinking maybe I want to go walk around, and I will just make an excuse to use my bag. And every time I use my bag, I don't find it to be a hassle because I actually enjoy it. I'm trying to find more spaces in the things that I do to use my bag. So yeah, that makes it a little bit more acceptable to the price. And journey, or I mean like going through the store, or you pay at consignment for that premium, is really up to you. It's your choice. Sometimes they are cheaper than the whole journey, but sometimes they could be more. So it really depends on what you're looking for.
And I'll just add, because I was looking it up as you were talking, because I was like, I'm not so sure. So I don't know how Hermes, because I don't know this color. I don't know how Hermes officially calls it, because it can be called jaune ambre. So it's just amber yellow, but
Yeah,
it can
that's the
also
one.
be the adjective, which is ambered yellow. So if it's the adjective, it would have the accent, which I sent you on the private chat. Then
Yep,
it would be
I saw
called
that.
ambré. But I don't know how they officially call it. So yeah, just wanted to clarify. Not that it matters.
Yeah, but it's true. It could be like a different kind of yellow, right? Because I really don't know if it's ombre or amber.
Yeah. It just depends if it's an adjective. So the adjective of yellow, or if it's saying two nouns, which is two like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen it. And I think a lot of times also, which is why a lot of people pronounce things incorrectly online, which is fine, honestly, is because the rest of the world doesn't have accents on their keyboards, even though it's supposed to spelled with that way, if that's the way they are meant to say the color name or whatever. But yeah, doesn't matter. It's just
Doesn't matter.
maybe it's
I'm
ombre,
still not
maybe it's
sure, but
ombre.
anyways,
I'm
that
not sure.
yellow is that sunflower yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Catherine, what do you guys think about the Hermes and Chep ring with the diamond, or the Kelly and Cheppy ring with the diamond, or the Kelly ring, very small model? Kelly ring and CDC are so popular, but I've never heard people talk about these two rings. You have the Kelly ring, don't you?
Yeah, I'm wearing it today. So this is the Kelly, but this is not the very small model. This is the small model. So the small model, oh my gosh, it's not. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
Anyway, the small, which is the one that I have, has 4 diamonds. Oh my gosh, it's like coming in and out of focus. But anyway, so the very small model is probably even more thinner than this. Maybe half, or maybe slightly more than half the width of this. And that one doesn't have any diamonds. I love both of these rings. The échappé, I remember, I think this is the one that, you know, the round one with the bar, the one that Isabel has. I think that's the échappé with diamonds.
Oh, the one like this, and there's a T like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, I like it. I like that ring.
Yeah, I like both of these rings. Obviously, I have the Kelly. I feel like they are popular. Why people don't talk about it? I mean, maybe because I can't remember where I heard it, but like honestly, the luxury community is really small, and just because no one talked about it yet doesn't mean that it's not popular. I feel like these are really popular items from Hermes and they're always sold out. They are. So I feel like they are popular, but it's just that not everyone is talking about it. Because if you think about it, the people that are into luxury that actually show up online is a very small number. Like we are actually a very small community. But these things are actually popular already among the general population.
Yeah, and there's a pair of earrings that I really like as well from the Shandong range, like the gold ones. They're always sold out. Okay,
Yeah.
so the people that are not on YouTube or maybe just on Instagram, yeah, they're buying everything.
Yeah. I know every time I ask, like there was this other bracelet that I like, but I needed it in extra small size, and my essay said, "Oh yeah, those are always sold out." It's like people put deposits just to be able to get it when they come in, but they're always gone. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind.
Get it? Okay, thank you. For the love of bags, would love your thoughts on the sans-serif bags. I see it on several YouTube channels. I hear they pay well. They pay well, and wonder if it's all about the money. Oh, you mean they pay us well? Okay. Well, I've always been outspoken about sans-serif for many years on my save my money videos. I don't actually like the design because it just looks. I don't like the buckle, and I'm only seeing it from pictures, and I actually managed to finally see the bag in store in Singapore. So they have one outlet now, maybe more, but I saw one outlet at Wisma Asia, and I actually tried the bags. And I'm right. They're kind of bulky, okay? They're kind of bulky for me. I like my bags supple and soft. And, if you follow me for a while, I love soft leather. Their bags are quite structured. They would suit people who need to fit a lot of things. So let me just look up that bag. While Amy, what are your thoughts?
Okay. Okay, so I have not really. Have I seen them? I don't think I've ever seen a I don't know how to pronounce this because I don't know where the accents are, but let's say sans rêve bags in person. I think the closest thing that I've seen is the other brand. It's another brand that's also talked about on social media, and I have just seen that in passing at a Nordstrom. And I remember picking it up, and I remember it was heavy. So it kind of reminds me of, or is it the same brand? I actually don't see. I didn't even pay that much attention, so I don't even remember. But I just remember the weight was something that I was like not crazy about. But I will never truly judge a bag until I actually start using it and get it in my hands. So I know what you mean by like you see a lot of people talk about it on YouTube, whether it's a lot of money sponsored or not. I don't like that doesn't bother me as much as once I start using the bag and how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Because everything is sponsored nowadays, and sometimes it's not even monetary. Like a lot of sponsorship nowadays is also just exchange of gifts with content. So I don't mind seeing those sponsors, to be honest, but like I haven't had the chance to really use and see and really feel one either. But I just think that weight might be an issue for me.
Yeah, it's heavy for sure. Yeah, and right. I agree with you. The sponsorships are everywhere. It could also be like you're paying. Actually, a lot of sponsorships are now. I've seen so far. Sometimes they just want you to share their product, but the sharing is it's just they don't really care. They just want that time, space. So just think of it like an advertisement, right? But for me, as a personal buyer, way before when when I first saw this, I didn't like the way it looks, and let me just, I've been vocal about this.
It's the shape
Wait.
that reminds you of something, right?
Yeah, I don't like the front buckle that looks like a tongue. This thing, this thing that is sticking out. It looks like it's like this, and it has two loops, and it's like eyes.
No,
I'm
wait,
sorry
but
if any of you.
you have the Celine luggage. Doesn't that remind you of a robot then?
Yeah, but that one I'm okay. I'm okay with faces, you know.
But you don't
But
like
that,
tongues.
but no tongues. Okay, no tongue, no
What?
tongue. Okay, but that's just me. Okay, that's just me. I'm like, oh, that looks like a tongue. But and you know what? The same thing I see, because I'm not just saying this for the Sunrev bag. I see the same thing on Delvaux. So the other luxury brand. So I'm being fair here. I'm just not picking at this. They have this extra extension on the strap, which in my eyes don't serve a purpose except it's an extra strap. So Delvaux does have a bag that does this, and I see the same thing. I'm like, so immediately I just don't like it. So Sunrev has that, but I've tried this bag in store, and if I were to get a bag from there, the one that I can sort of foresee myself use is this one, the belt bag. I think the belt bag is nice because it's kind of cute and it's smaller, and the tongue is shorter. No, but actually it's okay. It's quite nice. It's quite nice, and you can actually change it up to become a belt. It's a belt bag, and you can crossbody. So I actually think this is a good bag. But the big bulky one, advertisement time. Okay, the big bulky one, the big bulky one is not for me, and I think also not for you, right, Amy? It's just too big. Unless you need such a big bag.
If it's too heavy, and yes, I hardly use a big bag nowadays. If I do, I'll use a reusable one or a felt one or a fabric one. But yeah, I stopped buying big bags a long time ago.
But their smaller ones are okay. Yeah, and I did see it in store. The smaller one is much lighter. It's very sturdy. So if you're a person that really like trashes your bag, I think the Sunrev belt bag can take a beating. All right, advertisement time.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just put that out. Okay, yeah.
You might have to
QR
remove
code. If you don't, QR code, or there's a link in the description. Make sure you scan it and be in the running for a giveaway from Simurga or Ana Luisa. And Ana Luisa, if you're guys, I don't wear jewelry. Get it and give it to your girlfriend, your mom, whoever. Okay. Intermission done. Okay, Misaki, is there something wrong with me? I don't own any black bags and I can't seem to fall in love with them. With the exception of exotics. No, nothing wrong with you. It's not for everyone. It's just, I guess, a lot of people like black bags because it's easy. But I know a lot of people that love color as well. They say, oh my God, I'm never getting a black bag.
You know, it's funny you say that because so I never used to wear black before, and I'm talking about when I was younger in high school. I never was gravitating towards black. It's always kind of like a shade of red, or even like a mix and match. I'll like be like in a yellow monochrome that day, or green, or pink, or blue. But then one of my best friends, well, one of my friends who became my best friend and is still one of my best friends now. For some reason, she influenced me. For some reason, she's into really like just black outfits. She's always wearing black. And I asked her one day, I'm like, why do you always choose black? It's so boring, right? She's like, oh, because it makes you slimmer. And that got into my head. I'm like, oh, that's why. And it's true. Like ever since I started ever since then I started like incorporating black into like how I style myself. And yeah, it's true that it's slimming. But I guess for bags, it's just because of a comfort factor. Because black bags cannot get more dirty because they're already black. So, but you have a point. I feel like maybe you're just like me before. You just love colors. You don't see any excitement in black, and that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah, nothing. And now that you said that, I kind of think about it. Like I feel like most of my bags, before I started to buy very expensive bags, they were all color.
Right.
My Bottega, which is the old version, well, kind of hinted to my husband I liked the green, so that was actually green. My Balenciaga, which was the work bag, that was in a beige, like a cypress beige color.
Yeah.
It was all color. My very first black bag, like black bag, was actually my Jumbo. And maybe that just like kicked off like, whoa, black bags are cool. It just spiraled into a black bag frenzy. Like black bags are the best. And I sort of forgot what color is like. But again, it's because it's convenient, it's easy to match. I think those are the key factors that sort of grow. But you're right, sometimes they're so boring.
Yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, you need to have a bit of everything. There's always going to be a place for black. Obviously, it's the most classic and you don't have to think about it. But sometimes when everything is black, it is really boring. It's like if you're already all black and you're wearing a black bag, it's like, But sometimes it can be really cool too. It's like your monochrome cool look, right? So it depends. Depends on that day. Yeah.
Okay. Cookie Cat Attack. Can online Hermes purchases count towards your pre-spend? This is interesting, and this is something I always wonder as well. But I know in Singapore it doesn't.
As far as I know, it doesn't either here.
Yeah, but I heard like in some countries, it does count.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think in the States, there are some people that buy a lot online and they do get their bag offer. And it could also be because the country's so big, right? You can't be going to the store and constantly buying things. So they do look at your online purchase history as well. Because some places like 2-hour drive to an Hermes store, that's not right? You just so they do count, your online purchases do count. But I know in Singapore it doesn't. It's a totally different system. Okay, this one. Nadine, you can get your orange Hermes bag because you're into color now. You know, the funny thing is, now that I think back about it, I'm just kind of like refreshing my memory. 2020 just wiped it out. Many years ago, I thought, wow, wouldn't it be cool if I were to get like an orange Birkin? But that was a long time ago. And would I get one now? No, I'll get the John, the sunflower yellow.
I think the yellow is more versatile too, because even if you're wearing your orange top today, it will still go with the yellow bag. If you're wearing white, it will go with the yellow bag. If you're wearing beige, it will go with the yellow bag. If you wear brown, it will go with the yellow bag. Yeah, it just goes with so many things.
It does. Okay, Wen Lee. Talking about brown bags, what do you think about the 21A dark brown color? I'm thinking it's a good alternative to a black bag. Is this the same one, the pumpkin spice?
I think it's the same one. I like it. I actually really like it.
It's a good one.
Who knows? Maybe once I start adding even more gold color items from Hermes, and I'll start buying brown too. Yes.
Okay. Hi, ladies. Can't wait to see you wear a scarf top. It'll look good on you, like Amy. Yes.
Oh yeah, even better because you've got those amazing tattoos to show off.
Which the funny thing is, I have my tattoos, but I don't show them off. Like this is as revealing as I would ever get, and I'm at home. Okay.
But how come?
I don't know. I think people say, oh, do you wear like halter necks and your whole back is showing? And the funniest thing is that when I didn't have any tattoos, these were the things that I would wear. Like I would just wear like this, and the back of my body would be like a hole.
Yeah.
It'd be like, look at my back, my gorgeous back. But now that I have tattoos, I actually cover up. It's
I don't know why, but like when I see you, like even if I see just a peek of your tattoo on some of your pictures, I always think, oh my gosh, this is so cool, like the coolest thing ever. Because not everybody has tattoos and not everybody has tattoos, first of all, and not everybody has like cute tattoos like that. It's so like elaborate and everything.
Yeah.
I like it. You should wear.
I don't know.
You should wear
I
your
don't know
beard
why.
back more often.
I don't. And maybe it's also because exactly that. Like when I wear my tops and I show a bit of my tattoo, I get a lot of attention. And again, I don't like attention, right? Even though it's so weird. I feel like, hey, nice tattoo. I'm like, oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's so strange. I don't know. So yeah, I would love to wear a scarf top, but I'm just not sure if I'm brave enough to wear it out.
You just have to get used to it, maybe. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Because like, even when I'm just wearing like a crop top, for example, and showing my shoulders, my relatives would be like, oh, sexy today. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. This is not what I want to do, but like, I just wanted to wear what I like to wear that day,
Oh, man. Shanna Nick, have you girls been diverted to buy something else before while waiting for the it bag? Then only start saving again for the it bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All the time.
Actually, all the time. What do you mean diverted? The mind can go many ways. Like one moment is Hermes, like Chanel, and then now it's Bottega, and then
But I think that's why I kind of like your approach this year, where you don't really have a wish list. I mean, you have an idea of what you want, but you don't have like a wish list that you must get, and if something new pops up that is not part of what you originally thought, you could still get it. Like, I don't think you thought about getting this Bottega bag this year, right? So yeah, but it works out because it's one of those things where it kind of, you thought it creeped up on you and you really like it and the color is great, then you just get it, right?
Correct.
So while I have a wish list this year, I kept it small and very focused. And if there was anything that pops up that was unexpected, because you never know what's going to come up, then just get it. I know it's still hard because, like you say, you end up buying it and then you have to save up again. But that's how it is, I guess.
Yeah, that's how it is. I think for me was more of like I already have a complete collection, right? I've got all my bags, and I don't want to use the word gap, but what I'm using on a going out bag now, like a quick errands bag, is my Longchamp. And yes, I love it to death, but the thing is, it's looking like it's been it's battle weary. So I have been on a lookout. Like, if I see a luxury version, I don't mind checking it out. So I feel like not having that wish list in my head allowed me to say, oh, now I can just, play around with replacing or see where something else fits. And it just kept the options more open, because then I was looking at LV and I'm like, no, too expensive. Then I looked at Loewe and I looked at Fendi. I was looking at something that I could put into my collection without forcing new things into my collection. So like my poor little Longchamp bag, I'm going to give it another 6 months, or maybe I'll try and give it another year, but it's, the leather is peeling, it's just like, I would use it like my errands bag, really for real. Because I was using that even to go to Hermes, okay, I was just like carrying it like, but now that I look down, I'm like, oh, the peels and it just looks really, really poor thing, you know. So I'm trying to like extend the life by not using it so much. So then I decided, you know what, I need a little small bag. And that's how I explored other brands. It's like, this definitely cannot be worn like my Longchamp, but at least
Yeah, I
now I
was
have
just
like an
wondering that too. I was like, are
no,
you
no,
gonna wear that the same way?
no. Now I have two. So now that is like the
Mm.
Longchamp is the whole marketing, go marketing, go shopping, go supermarket kind of bag. And now this is going to be the ones that I grab very quickly to do a little bit of shopping, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas that was the one that I grabbed for everything when I didn't want to use my Birkin. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's so many. I think this is just cheddar. Okay, this one. This one. Thinking of a Chanel classic medium large, have to be black. Shall I pre-love? As it seems everyone says vintage quality is better, or try my luck in store, but just wait.
So hard.
That's hard, yes.
I feel like if I was in your shoes, I will just bite the bullet and buy new. But that's assuming I can check it out in the store and look it over. Because vintage, yes, everyone says that vintage quality is better, and I think it is in general. But it also depends on the condition of the item. Like, not every first owners would have taken care of their bags. And I don't know where that bag has been, right? Some people also put their bags on the floor, and that's fine if that's what you do. But like, I don't know where they have been, and I don't put my bags on the floor. So I feel like if you can maybe also try on and see the vintage one in person and you like the condition, then go for it. There's really nothing wrong with that. But of course, always re-authenticate. Yeah, it's just my preference now. And due to the fact that we don't have that many, I mean, we have some consignment stores, but like, I just find it so hard. I just rather buy new for myself. I don't know how Kat feels.
Yeah. So I think vintage. Oh, intermission is coming. So let me just pause the intermission. We'll have the 15 minutes. I think there are two types, right? So the vintage, the really vintage 1990s vintage, that type, or maybe you're talking about like pre-loved. So maybe the early 2010. They still kind of look like today's bags. Don't know whether that is like vintage quality. So even the early 2000s still look kind of old. No, well, no, kind of like today's bags. So I'm okay if the bag still looks like today's bag because I actually like today's look. It's a bit puffier. Maybe it's slightly different. The vintage look, yes, the price is much cheaper, I think, but it's not a look that I like. Like personally, whether it's how the bag was taken care of, it could be really, really good and pristine. But I'm not a fan of the look. I think I like it a little, have the puffs. I think the vintage look is very flat, and the puffs are really flat, and the bag itself is kind of like thinner. So just on a look perspective, I think I would still go for today's look, and if it's an early pre-love, I'll go for that. But I wouldn't personally go for the vintage look because I know myself, I would end up having a cheaper bag, but I won't use it. Okay.
Yeah, it's so personal. It's personal preference. Some people really like buying vintage and thrift hunting. I realize that I'm not like that. Yeah.
Okay, intermission time.
Yay.
All right,
Do you
quick
think you
one,
can
guys.
stand
So
with
again,
the
if you just came in, because I saw a few people just come in, let me just remove that banner so that
Yeah, I was wondering if they can scan with that banner on.
Okay. Yeah. Scan that. We have 100 over already. 130. 130. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
you're doing awesome. Okay. So 2 giveaways, Samorga and Anna Luisa. You can scan that, put in your name, put in your email. We will let you know who wins next week. And definitely join next week if you just came in, because we have another giveaway for our post live audience. So if you miss it, don't worry, we've got more goodies.
And we'll link. Well, I think Kat will still link. Your Ana Luisa link, the Samorga link with discount codes, and also Stella's link with her Maverick jewelry.
Avery?
So we'll have all that linked down below.
Yep. Okay. Eileen, medium Lady Dior or medium classic Chanel?
Probably Chanel.
Yeah. Like, of course. Like, if you say Dior, I'll be like,
I know. Who am I?
who are you? What happened?
But I was just putting myself in the shoes of someone else. Like 2 very classic bags. Which one would you go for?
No, I'm gonna
Still
answer this
Chanel.
from our perspective, like my own perspective. Of course, it's gonna be the Lady Dior.
Huh?
The classic Chanel.
What?
Not gonna be the Lady Dior. Sorry. So expensive, like so expensive. I have to say it. The resale price is so bad for it compared to a classic Chanel. Classic Chanel keeps getting more and more expensive. If I were to get a medium Lady Dior, I'll go and get it from the resale market.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's talk a little bit about the price increases. Chris, there will be another Chanel price increase effectively on the 1st of July 21. Will that stop you from buying it again, especially the prices and quality just don't add up? We should open this up to the audience, our Luxees.
Yeah.
What do you think? What if you were looking at this? Would you buy? Would it stop you from buying? Let us know. What do you
I
think,
feel
Amy?
like I mean, how many price increases have we had throughout the years, right? How many times do we say, oh, we're done with Chanel, and yet we still buy it?
And we
I
running
think,
to the Chanel like, oh my god, I got the camera back.
I think at the end of the day, we obviously no one likes it. We complain about it, but we also adjust. We become used to it because those are the prices nowadays, right? And it's not like one house increases only, everyone else's increases as well. So at the end of the day, if you're a luxury lover, you're just gonna bite the bullet or save longer and just get that darn bag or darn thing, right? It will definitely make it harder though. It will make it, especially with your comment about the quality not adding up, it will definitely be harder to buy as frequently. Maybe that's how I feel about it. Like I will really, I mean, not that I wasn't picking and choosing, but I will really really pick and choose, really examine the bag and all those things. So it's yeah, it is going to, like, it really is like there's no I don't see a ceiling because I feel like that's just gonna keep going. That's how it is. It will be up to the person, the individual, whether it's enough is enough for them, I feel. Yeah.
So last year, a lot of people said, that's it, we're done.
Are you
Goodbye,
sure?
Chanel. Goodbye, Chanel. You're too expensive. Come 2021. Oh my God, look at all the colors. So, the luxury houses know we have very short-term memories. They give us 1 year to let the realization sink in, and then we'll just buy it. But I agree with what Amy said. There will be a ceiling for a lot of us. maybe it's not there yet. That's why you're asking this question. We're just like sort of like it's painful, but it's not there yet. Like if it hit 20,000, maybe that is the
Yeah. Oh my gosh, if it did, oh,
you know,
for sure.
who knows? Who knows? You know, there's some bags on the Chanel app that says price unfreaking available, and there are still people who are socialized carrying it. So there will be a ceiling for a lot of people, but maybe when you're asking this and you're thinking about it, it's there, but it's not there yet. So it's painful. But for some who sees this price, you're like, shit, no way. Bottega, here I come. Yeah, right? The quality, I think it just makes us more picky. It makes us even more demanding. And I think we should be, because previously we probably close both eyes to some of the faults. But now at these prices, we are very, very, and we should be very, very particular. You should be looking at every single stitch and just walk away from the bag if it just isn't perfect, because you know there'll be another one. You better pay the new price increase than to get a bag that is not 99.999% perfect in your eyes. Okay, your eyes. So how much you can accept, your tolerance.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this one out. It's a teaser. For the love of bags, Amy. I think you bought your classic.
Really? You think so?
Really? Just gotta wait. You'll all be shocked. I know. So
yeah, Kat knows.
Just gotta wait for the haul. So mean. Okay, Christine. The chase was real when I got my 21A mini rectangular in gray. I understand your pain. I know. That was just horrific, just like I really wanted to jump from the back seat of my Grab to the uncle taxi. He was like,
can I drive for you instead?
Yeah. Oh my God, another traffic light. Uncle, please. Yeah, I had to take a cab there because I didn't have my car. It was bad.
A good thing he was driving, maybe. Otherwise, you'd be.
Oh
speeding.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is probably true. Maybe it was a good thing, because I'll be like, Linda, I'm looking at the Chanel 19, but in tweed. Anyone have experience in tweed? Oh, Amy, you had experience in tweed.
Yeah, but not the Chanel 19. And even my beautiful tweed bag now went to a beautiful subby. And actually, I see the subby here. I've never used it. I babied it so much. I literally bought it in... Well, okay, there was a few reasons. I already have enough minis. And second of all, I was being very precious with that baby. And then third of all, I had to let it go because now I'm onto a different journey. But for the Chanel 19, they actually have several different tweeds. And especially the first tweed that they came out with, from what I hear, it's very robust. Do you remember the first houndstooth? Feels more like a wool acrylic type of material, I think. I've never even actually touched it, but it just seemed like that. So that one, I heard that it's very, very robust. And even like the most current one, I think the most current one is it not like blue black with gold threads? It's really pretty. I feel like you shouldn't worry too much. Obviously, if you can see it in person and judge it for yourself, because anytime you have a top handle, especially with this size of bag, because the Chanel 19 is really big compared to a mini, it's better to have a top handle. It really does minimize your risk of rubbing too much. Yeah, it's better if you can check it out in person. It's hard to judge because the tweeds in between season are so different. Yeah, just like their leather. Sometimes some leathers are more shiny in one one batch and more matte in the other, a little bit thinner, a little bit thicker. Like they're always a bit different, right? It's best to see it in person. It's hard to give feedback. You can give general feedback, but it's hard to give feedback on the specific one that you're gonna be buying, right?
All right. We got a super sticker from Chris.
Yay! Thank
you, Chris. Really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you so much for all the super stickers for the past year. Thank you. Okay. Oh yeah. Price increase is coming. Yes, 1st July. Eileen, oh my God, price increase. Yes.
But Bella is saying that it might be on the Coco handle as well. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
So I thought it was only going to be on the permanent series.
Interesting. Okay, Catherine, I'm on my Hermes journey for my first Birkin or Kelly. I asked the SA for 25 for both or a 28 for Kate. Do you think it's easier to get a B30 as a first bag comparing to the smaller sizes? My suspicion, just a suspicion, okay, not proven. I think it is. I think for the B30, it is because the B25 and the K20, the smaller sizes is just super, super popular because a lot of people are asking for it. And if they have like a long list of people asking for it compared to a B30 and a 28, maybe the chances are better.
But I also hear that the B30 is also a very, like 30 and 25 are basically the most popular sizes right now. So I don't know how much easier though it is. And I wonder why you're considering the 30 if you're also considering the 25. There's such big difference. I would not go with what's easier if it was me. I would go with exactly what you wanted. I wouldn't settle for just a different size just because it's easier, because I feel like those two sizes are still very popular. Because like Kat and I are, we're petite and we're not too tall, and we also like our small bags. So we know that the 25 works for us. But anybody who is not into downsizing, they just need a lot of things in their bags, or if they are a bigger stature, they will just want the 30 because the 30 for them is the small bag. So I feel like those two bags are still pretty much the most sought after nowadays, right? Just like the 25 Kelly and the 28 Kelly are probably also the most sought after sizes. I feel like it's just because of the mini trend that the smallest possible is maybe slightly popular, but I feel like they are still very hard to get. The size up is still very hard to get.
Yeah, the 30, I think the 30 is, and I have the 30, and it's a bag, okay? It's like, and it gives you that flexibility to put things. But if you don't use such a bigger, I want to say it's such a big bag. It's like, if you don't use that kind of size on a regular, you will most likely not use it very often. You'll go for the smaller bags. So yeah, I absolutely agree with Amy that don't go for the size just because it's easier to get. For your first bag, go with the one that you really like. Your eyes are on it already. You just want it. Your heart is for that size, for that color, for that, go with that. Yeah, don't go with the one that's easier because you will end up not using it. Okay. Shikina. Hi, ladies. Will like your thoughts on this. Thinking about getting a vintage black mini square with the gold plate hardware, or black Chanel small single flap with dangling charm at the stripe. Dangling charm at the stripe.
Black Chanel single flat with dangling charm at the stripe. Do you know what that is? I have to look it up.
Not sure, but I will. I've already shared what I think about vintage bags. I'm not a fan of them just because of the look, the flatness of it. But if I had to pick, even just reading it, I don't even know what the single flap looks like. I would go with the mini square because I think that looks quite cute and classic. anything with charms on the back, I wonder if it's gonna get a bit more
I think she
trendy.
means on the strap,
Oh,
dangling
on the
charms
strap.
on the
Okay, sorry, on
strap.
the strap. Yeah, I still feel like I would go with the mini square. I like the square. I personally like the square, kind of cute, boxy shape.
I have to agree. I feel like if you're gonna go with, because both of these are probably both of these are pre-loved. Um, I actually really like the vintage square. It's
Mm.
very boxy and it's very square, but like Kat said, I actually also prefer the square look, even the modern one, but I also like the vintage one. So I would choose the square, but that's also our personal preference. With the charms, yeah, I'm also not a charm person. It's like asking the wrong person though.
Yeah. But I just feel like the charm might make the bag a little more trendy because
Mm,
it's an accessory. So if you also like to put accessories, then it might be a bit clashing.
yeah. I feel like
I mean,
anytime I add any sort of charms or any sort of straps, because I don't mind doing it temporarily, just for the fun for that day maybe. But I like to have the option to remove it,
mm,
which is why I like, buying these, additional stuff, non-branded, just add it on for that day, just to use it that day. Because that day I felt like it, maybe like some pearl straps, whatever. But I don't like to have them permanent on the bags. Yeah.
okay. Last intermission for the day.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. All right. Last one, guys. Last one. So, last chance. We are nearing the end of the live show. We've got like about 20 minutes. No, not even 20 minutes. 19 minutes. Okay. For you to submit your form for the 2 giveaways. It could be anyone, right? It could be the Samoga. It could be the Ana Luisa. Scan this code or click the link in the description section. Both we can see the code, but the link will be closed when this live show ends. So yeah, winners will be announced next week on Amy's channel. Bing. Okay. Scrolling down. All right, here we go. Ching. Amy, will you consider Noir 25B but in palladium hardware? Let's say it was offered today.
Oh my gosh. That is something that I asked Kat too. Because initially I honestly thought that I didn't mind any hardware. Although I would much prefer if it was rose gold hardware because I just really like it. I mean, I also like gold hardware. If it was in palladium, that's the thing. I don't mind it either because I mean I'm wearing my palladium with black also and it looks great and palladium does suit me. Like any hardware suits me. So I don't know if I'll refuse it if it really did come in that combination. But I just really prefer I'm just hoping that it would be rose gold or gold. And it depends. Maybe with black, I feel like let me see. I'm thinking about the other colors. If it was in silver, would I like it? Oh.
That is the $1 million question. The hardware.
See, but I was never really that big of a stickler to like, oh, I must get whatever hardware. That was always my kind of how I went about it with any bags. I didn't care about the hardware color. And in fact, I loved it when it was light gold. I loved it when it was vintage gold. I also loved it when it was like all 3 color hardware, like on the Chanel 19 and the Gabrielle. I almost never really cared that the hardware, whatever color it was, I always found it beautiful. For some reason, I don't know why. Maybe because I don't have the bag in front of me. Who knows? Maybe when I see it in person, it will just be so beautiful that you cannot even say no to. But I don't know. I'm wondering what Kat thinks.
Well, I have palladium. My goal is with palladium.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. and it's beautiful. You know, it's not to
Yeah.
say it's not beautiful.
Looking at my palladium right here.
It's beautiful.
It's
Actually,
very shiny.
really,
Yeah.
it's really, really, really shiny.
Yeah.
And I have the gold, and I actually like both also, but I don't know why. The gold really looks good on black.
Yeah.
It's a different look for sure. I can visualize how the silver, I mean palladium, will look like against the black. It will actually look more chic, more modern, because it's black with silver, right? And it won't look so regal. I guess if you want to say that word regal, it won't look so regal. With the gold, it does give it that more like gold look. A little bit like maybe the classic Chanel black with silver hardware, or classic Chanel black with gold hardware. They're two different looks. So, but I do believe that if Amy gets offered the black with palladium hardware, you have to look at the bag and just go like, oh, that's not too bad. Or, you know, it depends.
Yeah. It'll just depend. But also because the 25 has a smaller hardware, isn't it?
Yes.
So do you think that because it's a smaller hardware that the silver won't pop enough
Maybe.
to make your heart sing? Or
When I
because it's
put my-
small, it doesn't matter as much?
It
That is
could,
the
it could
question.
it could go both ways. Actually, it
Yeah.
could go both ways. I thought about it because like the gold and silver with the classic flap, it's a lot of it, right? A lot of
Mhm.
silver, a lot of gold. So it's a look. Whereas for this, it's so subtle because it's just a little bit. So yeah, it could go both ways. You go like, oh, actually, just a little bit. It looks chic, more modern,
Mhm.
more, you know, more today. But with the gold, it was like, oh, it's kind of like more like, ooh, gold. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. You guys will know when it comes.
Oh, okay. MK is letting us know. Is Jean don't have the
Ombre.
accent.
Okay, so it's the what I said first. Yeah. So it's not
Amber.
the adjective, which is not the accent. It's jaune ombre. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, MK. Yeah, you're this. Obviously, you're the
So it's
specialist here.
not ombre, huh?
Yeah.
Jean
If it was spelled with the accent, then it's ombre.
Ah.
But because it's the noun, not the adjective, then it's ombre.
So it's an amber yellow. It makes sense because it's not yellow. It's an amber yellow. And you know, if you've seen amber, it has this orangey golden hue to it, and that's exactly the right color. Say thank you. Makes sense. Okay, Kat and Amy. Hermes has 2.03 billion in sales for the first quarter. All lines of business increasing in sales. Time to buy their stock. They do pay nice dividends as well.
Wow. Oh,
Okay,
they pay
okay.
dividends too. Oh
But
my
I think
gosh.
you have to
Did
buy
you say
their
that one
stock in
stock
like
was like over €1,000?
euros. Yeah, in euros. I don't even know I don't think I have an account for euro.
So I can only afford how many shares? A handful, maybe not even. Like, cause how? Like, do I really want to gamble? I mean, like, see, I'm not. I don't buy shares. Obviously, I don't buy shares, so I don't know anything.
2 shares. 2 shares is a
2 shares.
2 shares is a bag.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I want 2 shares.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, girls, you're so mean. I'm reading all your Sanrev comments.
It's okay not to like it. You don't have to like everything.
Some people. I'm sorry, I just have to pick one, okay? Maria, hi Maria. Sanrev is an invented brand owned by venture capitalists in Silicon Valley.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean,
It's clever.
you don't have to buy it.
It's clever. Yeah. Thank you. This is exactly. Sponsorships are great. You work hard and deserve it. Thank you. Yeah, not everybody to be for good sponsorships, right? You know, we get a lot of weird, like we get a lot of weird emails.
Yeah.
Nail polish. We don't take everything, so you know. Come on, Maria's saying. So I'm just picking some comments now. Huh? Sanreef wants your data.
Oh,
And
really? How do
shares-
you know that, Maria?
Yeah, how do you know that? Oh my God, it's Silicon Valley venture capitalist. Wants your data and shares for luxury research in Silicon Valley.
Really?
Really? That's like conspiracy theory.
But then,
But they
what
only
data are they getting from you though? Just
Yeah, what-
based on your whatever you enter when you buy something in the sale, and then also maybe your like your browser stuff that what
maybe
I'm
they'll
just
ask some
wondering.
questions, maybe surveys, maybe through the Sanreef, they'll ask surveys, they'll ask, you know, what's your annual income? They kind of like, you know, figure it out and go like,
But you
okay,
don't
this
have
is the right
to
price.
divulge it.
But some people do, maybe. Some people do. They just,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
roughly. Okay, SC. Do you think Cartier Love bracelet and JUC bracelets are worth getting, even knowing that pure gold bracelets are more value in money and pieces are bought by many? I'm contemplating. Oh, okay. Amy, why don't you go first?
Okay. You know, I think for a long time I hesitated in getting into luxury fine jewelry because yeah, the value of the amount and the value of the gold that you get is really not that much compared to the price that you pay. It's so true because you're basically paying for all the marketing, the branding, the history, and to a certain extent the customer service, because they do provide you lifetime cleaning, so that is a customer service. But you know, pure gold bracelets from, let's say I get even like a trustworthy jeweler friend of mine to make me a bracelet, right? And it cannot be looking like this, obviously. It has to be their own design, their own branding. I don't know. I won't have that same butterfly as wearing this. I don't know what it is. It's just, it's like what other example can I give you? Like it's like
It's like your wedding jewelry.
well, my wedding jewelry actually was was from a friend designer that made it. So that I don't mind for some reason that is not branded. Like it's actually not from Cartier, it's not from Tiffany. It was actually a friend jeweler that made it.
What about like Chow Tai Fook?
Zhou Daifeng, okay, yeah. The thing is with Zhou Daifeng, they don't make as hefty of pieces, or maybe they do, but we just never bought those ones. Like we always, well, I didn't buy, but my mom, my family, they always bought like the very dainty pieces. But their designs are very intricate. They're very thin. It's like if you compare a ring with this ring, for example, it's a very thin ring. Obviously, the design is still very pretty and very intricate, but it doesn't give you, like this gives me substance. And for some reason, I don't know what it is. The moment that you feel the substance, it's just like when you're carrying a heavier bag versus a cheap bag from your high street store. It just doesn't feel different. Like having a bit of weight, not too weighty, but having a bit of weight adds to that luxury tactile feeling. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's the fact that I waited long enough and that I bit the bullet and bought it. And the fact that I really appreciate it because it's like, work hard, play hard. Like you bought it with hard-earned money and you really appreciate that one piece of really good quality. It's maybe that, like, it's not so much about, oh, how much gold I'm getting, how much grams I'm getting. Because in fact, my bracelet is the smallest size possible. So I'm actually getting the loser end of the amount of gold compared to someone who got a bigger bracelet, right? So like, it's really just the feeling that you get from buying these. And it's not about quantity. I feel like when you compare it to, pure gold, value of amount of gold you're getting, that's quantity versus quality and just overall feeling that you get. So hard to explain. I don't know how else to explain it.
I mean, I'm gonna say, like, firstly, pure gold is what, 999 gold, right? Goddamn
Very
ugly.
yellow.
Okay, sorry. 999 gold is yellow, and
This is 75% gold.
yellow. It's John Amber. Okay,
Yeah.
999 gold is Jean Ombre, and it's like this gold. And I don't know, I understand the value, and obviously it makes sense because that is value. But you give me that, I don't feel, personally, when I wear it, I don't feel good. I feel like
you're gonna get robbed or something.
I feel like I'm gonna get robbed. Wearing a John Omber 999 gold bracelet that's this chunky, and it's not modern. Okay, so that's the pure gold one, right?
That is it. Yeah.
There's this one poster downstairs, right? Just another slight diversion. There's one poster downstairs of this, like, they use an older lady as the model, like she's like, white hair and all, but she's wearing all this 999 gold with bracelets, and she's standing like smiling somewhere, and obviously she's unaware of her surroundings, and this behind there's this dude like with a knife. And this poster is just saying, be careful. And I'm looking at this poster going, of course, you're wearing like your whole house on you, like gold. So it looks really not my style. So yeah, I wouldn't. So when it comes to worth getting, I think it's how the bracelet makes you feel. It's just like the handbags that Amy talked about. How does that Zara bag make you feel that you worked 60 hours a week, day and night, midnight, 3 a.m. answering emails, and you're toiling there, and you wear it and you treat yourself to this item compared to this other thing that you blood, sweat, and tears. And how does it make you feel? I just think at the end of it, what are you willing to buy and what you're willing to feel just overtakes this value of money. And again, it's not something that you buy every single day. Oh my God.
Actually, I have a good example now. It's a little bit less, it's not materialistic, but it's compare yourself to maybe a trip where you would either rent a cheap hotel. Obviously, both cheap hotel and a really nice 5-star hotel, you're just there to sleep, right? But the experience is different. And yeah, you're paying a nominal for that 5-star hotel, but it's the experience and the feeling that you get, like the memories that you get from having that. Is it worth it? I guess it's all relative. Not everyone's gonna, like, even I don't always book the nicest hotel. I want to save too when I travel and book a more modest hotel. But it's kind of comparing apples and oranges. It's so hard. You can't compare like 999 gold big gold bracelet that's still say $5,000 worth of gold with this. It's just not. You can't compare it. Different looks, different feeling, and I mean, unless you're into that 999, you want
to gold.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't mean it. I have it, okay, and I have a few from my wedding, but when I look at them, I'm like, wow.
It's just hard to wear those things out, right?
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. It's harder. But yeah, actually, that's a good point. There was one holiday that I went to Japan, and I would go with the cheaper hotels. Like I want to experience the place. I want to, give me the like hotel as long as there's no bed bugs. Yeah, I'm okay. No need the best. But we decided, like I decided, the wife decided, say I'm gonna book this onsen, and it was an arm and a leg per night. It was like $2,000 per night. It was like I was nose my nose was bleeding when I put my credit card in. But it was the best. Okay, the best experience. This is one night. We had this huge room, tatami. We had our own onsen in the room, and it was snowing. And I was like, I could live like this. I could live like this. Packing out of that hotel room was like, but yeah, it's the same. Like if I told my friend, like, dude, I just spent 2,000 a night, they was like, you stupid, you crazy. But I had the best experience in my life. So, good example. Okay, we are at the 2-hour mark. Oh my gosh, we have so many more questions. Should we go on a little bit more?
Sure.
Yeah, okay, we'll go on a little bit more.
I'm just looking at the MK's comment. That was actually the brand that I said that I tried at the Nordstrom. I couldn't think of the name, but that was the brand that I picked out. I'm like, it's a bit heavier than I thought. It's like,
yeah. So this is the Poland. Poland. It has become very popular among Parisian young women. I think their bags look horribly cheap. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen this brand. Poland. Okay, Nestle. We actually did a live.
Oh yeah, we did.
Mona. Yeah, so I will link that down below as well. You can check that out. We started at the beginning. We had like a sharing of the whole brand, what our picks as well. So
we actually worked really hard for that.
Yeah, we did a lot of work
and a lot of research.
We should do one more, but it's a lot of work. So we better get a lot of likes.
Yeah, and we'll have to wait till we're less busy, because I know Kat and I, well, Kat especially, she's been really busy at work.
Yeah.
And I had some other things to deal with, so we'll do another one. Yeah, one of those hardcore episodes. Hardcore for us. You guys just watch. And like,
you can definitely tell when my work schedule gets really busy, my videos dip. Like, forget it. YouTube can take a back seat, man, because oh my god, I need to work. All right, here we go. JT. Hi, ladies. Love your show. Wanted to know your thoughts on whether or not an exotic bag, but from a contemporary brand, is worth it or considered luxury. Got it on sale, size like a B25.
I don't see why it's not worth it. I don't know if there's really any correlation between whether it's worth it if it's not a luxury brand, because there's a lot of contemporary brands that are great. We talk about them all the time. Like, I mean, we talk about them. We mention them all the time, like Coach, Kate Spade, all these other brands. They make great quality items. So I don't see the problem, actually.
Yeah.
And speaking of exotic, I know that's such a controversial topic nowadays because there's so many. Apparently, according to the article that I read, millennials are very, and it's funny because I'm a millennial and I don't feel that way.
I'm a millennial? No way.
Yeah, you're a millennial too.
I am a millennial.
Huh?
I'm a millennial. I'm supposed to be. I'm part of the millennial group. Oh, you are part of the millennial.
I'm too. I just made it. But anyway, I'm at the beginning of the millennial. Okay, so apparently millennials feel that everything has to be sustainable and blah blah blah, and that's why they're very, very against the use of exotic animals in making things like bags and stuff like that. But the thing is, if you do more research, it turns out that using how did they word it? Because I don't want to say it incorrectly. I think they were saying how using exotic animals from the wild, or I can't remember, is actually a sustainable way of producing these things, right? So if you compare it to, let's say, using vegan leather, it's actually more harmful to the environment and things. But I don't want to start a debate. I'm just saying, like, this is what I read, and I know about this. So I know it's always a controversy because, like I said, there's a lot of young people now that are very conscious of the environment. And of course, we want to do good for the environment, but it's just one of those things where if you do more research, you're going to realize that it's not all equal. Like, doesn't mean that using vegan leather is any better. It might be worse. That's all I'm going to say.
It's true. It's true. It's like recycling and just using what there is, right? Recycling is recycling, which is I recycle, okay, but just saying that if somebody comes and say you must recycle, because using actually recycling is also has these demons as well, and
yeah, because it uses a lot of energy to recycle. But of course, you have to do something about it. You have to do whatever is your best possible. So of course we would still recycle and everything, but it doesn't mean that recycling is the solution either.
Yeah.
It's probably the solution is to not use those things, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that is it's the consumption, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's okay lah. Contemporary brand, I see a lot of exotics with some companies that don't even not part of the very popular luxury brands. I think that's okay. It's really luxury because it's exotic, right? Oh my gosh, we got so many. Fave color for bags, excluding neutral. What are pop colors of your choice? Does it depend on the brand, style, or size? Favorite color for I like neutral. But I'm liking my Jean Amber.
Excluding neutral. So you like green?
I like green. I like yellow.
For me, I like red. Gray. Is that a neutral? Okay, maybe that's a neutral. Red, burgundies. I mean, I have a blue bag. I don't think I want to buy too many blue bags, but if it's a really, really good shade of blue, I won't say no to. I actually like green too, but I don't want to start buying so many different colors that doesn't match what I wear. So
yes.
Oh, purple. Yes. Purple is one of those too.
Oh, purple, like lavender, lilac is also really nice. Okay, IB, I'm thinking of buying the YSL puffer. I can't decide on gold or silver. I like gold, but silver might be better for everyday use. What are your thoughts? So I like silver, and I agree silver is for everyday. Gold is also, actually their gold is also really nice for everyday because it's not shiny gold and it's not even like a matte. It's a little bit like matte vintage gold. So because of that, I feel like you can actually use it every day as well. Between the silver and the gold, silver is definitely a little bit more everyday. But I feel like the YSL's gold on the puffer is not as shiny and in a good way. It's not as shiny in a good way. It's more wearable. And because it has that more matte vintage look to it, it also goes with all other things. If you wear a lot of silver, it still goes. It doesn't stand out too much. That's how I think. That's how I remember, actually. That's how I remember the gold YSL puffer is like. I really like it. So, see my tattoos, huh? No. Okay. I think this is for, I guess for both of us. You have a Chanel reissue mini as well, right?
Yeah.
I haven't used mine. No comments.
You want to add one before the price increase, but the same price, I'm kind of tired of chasing for it. Okay. Yeah, I think right now in Canada, the reissue is 5,000 before tax. So I think if there is a 10% price increase, it would make it 5,500. So plus tax. I'll say this. I feel like if you can't get it this season, I know it's like, say 10% increase, right? I know it's a lot of money because 10% is like, whoa. But at the end of the day, if you can't find the perfect one right now and they just don't have stock, wait another season, because like I said, fine, it's better to pay, like Kat said, also better to pay the extra, find the perfect one, maybe the perfect color, like the unicorn color. The color makes a big difference. Did you just say black? No, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, just don't settle. And sometimes even if there was an increase, you just get used to it. Trust me, you'll get used to it. It hurts, but you'll just get used to it. And if you find that perfect bag and that perfect color that makes your heart really, really sing, it just makes it more worth it that you have waited and that you didn't settle.
I think what you should do is try and get it, like if you wanted it, but if you're not sure, don't get it just because of the price increase. I personally got it like before the price increase, which is why I haven't used it, but I can see why it's such a great bag. But does it suit my style? I'm still undecided. So if you have to wait, I mean, you have to get it after the price increase and you get to try it in store and see it and all that, I think that would be a wiser decision. Better to pay the extra few hundred than to pay the whole $4,000 or $5,000.
Yeah, because even for the mini, they are still really well priced, even with the price increase, right? Compared to say a classic. I mean, a classic, any price increase, you're talking in the thousands. But at least in the mini, it's kind of more acceptable. And how I think about the reissue, like I like the reissue, but I'll be honest, I actually still prefer the classic. That's just me personally. I still prefer the classic, but I actually like the I don't mind having that one reissue in my collection. So yeah.
Okay. Go a little faster.
Best to look at it in person. See how you feel.
Thoughts on the Her bag? Fun. It's more casual, more everyday. Probably don't have to baby it as much because it's canvas. The only thing that I'm not sure about, I won't say I don't like, I'm just not sure about, is the opening and closing, because most people that have reviewed this bag say that the closure, you gotta put it through the like little circle buckle, put it between. It's a little bit challenging. So, but the whole look of the bag, I think is fun because it's canvas. It's got a lot of patterns. So, what about you?
I think exactly. It depends on the pattern because I've only judged it from photos. I feel like the plain one is too plain. Like I wouldn't get it. I have so many more other fun bags to use than to use a plain bag like that. But I actually really like the one with the
Pegasus.
It's not a horse, but it's the yeah. I really like that one. That one's really like it's striking. And if I were to get one, I would get like something like that, or even with the one with another pattern, but it's not the Pegasus. Yeah,
I think
the plain one. I just don't feel anything about the plain one.
All right, Mika, this is actually quite an interesting question. Is the quality in Chanel bags really bad lately? Or are people just more vocal of the flaws and defects because of social media?
Yeah, you know what? I feel like social media definitely made us hypersensitive at any flaws. To the point where because I sometimes get your private DMs, and to the point where sometimes it is oversensitive. But like I said, it's your personal comfort level. If you feel like that is so much money for a bag that is not up to your standard, then just reject it on the spot. That is why it's always best to see it in person. But I do agree that social media does play a role in kind of amplifying these things, because I think otherwise you might buy it without even noticing or without ever really knowing that it's considered a defect or quality issue, because you would just keep using it and just that's it. End of story.
No, it's true. I think social media, for us who are watching social media, like watching the YouTube videos and reviews, it just makes you aware of potential areas to look out for, say glazing or twisted straps or misalignment, things like that. I think after you hear several videos, you go, oh, it's actually kind of misaligned, or it's, twisted at the handle or whatever. So you kind of know it. And then you ask yourself, is it a flaw? Like, are you okay with it? And someone saying, yeah, sure, I don't care because I'm going to use the bag anyway. So it is amplified in a way, but we take the information on how you want to use it. And having that means you are more informed, because better that like, oh, when you're at the store and you're checking the bag, you're like, better check this part also. Oh, it looks okay. To you, it looks okay, then let it be. Yeah. It's not a flaw to you. Okay, I think this is the last question. I think probably already talked about it, but the impending price increase, would you prefer to buy a mini rectangular or cocoa handle?
Oh, that is so hard, because the minis right now, they're all in lambskin, and the cocoa handles, they are usually in caviar. So material plays a big factor in buying. Is this your first bag, or is this your fifth and fourth already? Then maybe it's okay to buy lambskin because you're probably either used to it or you don't mind it. But I know that if it's your first bag or even second, you might be a bit more nervous about the material. A mini is never a bad idea, honestly. But if it's lambskin and if it's like a light color and you're not the most careful user, it might have the wear and tear that you didn't expect having, and that might give you a heart attack. So it's $1 million question, isn't it? I think for Kat, she would still say mini rectangular though.
Yeah. I'm not a cocoa handle person. It's we spoke about it many times. It's a very ladylike little bag. I think Amy will be a bit hard because you like both.
I like both, but I have to say I do use my mini rectangular more. Like Kat said, the cocoa handle, you kind of have to be a bit more thoughtful about your outfit to kind of use it and to look more cohesive with the bag. So you do have to put more effort, whereas rectangular, you can wear anytime, any outfit.
Okay. I think this is the last. So it's the last question. Which 5 bags will you put in a time capsule and reveal in 100 years later? Ooh.
Why 100 years?
It's like some bag that we'll see what it looks like in 100 years. It's sort of like maybe if you had the Fendi Spy bag and then you kept it and you brought it out 50 years, they'd be like, oh my goodness, you used to carry that kind of bag?
Okay, maybe you go first because I have no idea.
5. I might not have 5. I think I'll put the mini rectangular. I think that would be like something that when 100 years time, they're like, oh, that's a pretty bag. So I'll have one like a pretty bag. Then I'll have maybe my Doraemon inside because it's like, what? Yeah. So many cartoons in the bag. I don't have any. Oh, I might put my odd looking like cans bag if I still have it with me. The round one. So it's like a tin. That's not a typical like rectangular shape. 1, 2, 3. Would I put my Birkin? I guess I would, Okay, I think I would put my Birkin. Thinking of one more. I don't have any mini bags. Like, don't have any like mini bags. Like if I had a micro bag, I would put my micro bag. But the smallest micro bag that I have is the round one. It's not like it doesn't give a wow factor enough. But okay, maybe I'll put that.
Well, because that one you might not like. Chanel is making it now every season, but like if you think about it, sometimes Chanel will maybe stop production of a certain style and then all of a sudden it comes back 10, 20 years later and it becomes like the next vintage style. So I feel like
the vintage round, like, oh my gosh, they used to have this round thing. Yeah, they have it again. Oh my gosh, it's 100 years old. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. For me, I feel like the Gabrielle is a great one because it's one of those
Oh.
things where they're really gonna phase it out, then you might not see it for a while, or maybe less people will be carrying it. So when you see it again, all of a sudden, it's like one of those really interesting shape. So I'll put that.
The square. You could put your square.
Yeah, I'll put my square mini. It's like cute little mini, classic. I guess I'll have to put a unicorn color in it, like my gray cocoa handle. Not because of the cocoa handle, but just because the color is so like so good. So that's what 1, 2, 3. I guess my reissue is pretty special. It's like one of my special bags. So one day when you see it again, it's like, oh wow, it's so cool that Karl Lagerfeld did that collection. What else? I might have to put the new unicorn that I have. So I think that's it.
Everybody's like, dang, new unicorn. What's a unicorn? That will come soon, right? Soon.
Well, July's coming soon. It's not next week, but it's gonna be soon, right? Because I want to just like do it as part of my like, oh, I treated myself for July.
Yes.
But another clue is that it is from the current collection, so that's another clue.
Okay, we are 20-minute off the mark. Thank you, everybody. So many questions and so many comments. So thank you. I'm gonna pop this for last 20 seconds for the last incoming what do you call it? Submissions, and then right after this live, we will close it. So yeah, thank you for the whole year. We are doing a 2-week celebration. This week here, 2 giveaways. Next week on Amy's channel, more giveaways, and for our post-live audience as well, it will be open for you.
Mhm.
And what else? What else we have? Oh, and we're gonna announce the winners next week. So make sure you go over there, subscribe to both of us. Don't forget to give this video a like before you leave. And yes, thank you. We will see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.